Good evening, everybody, from the Saucepaw. As promised, we did the 10 tank teardown on the MS261 Motomilk saw. The results from it, as you'll see, were pretty impressive. It was very clean inside the jug. There was a lot of oil residuals all through it. It kept everything lubricated. There was no extra striations or anything inside the cylinder. I'm honestly so impressed through this testing that I have honestly switched all my two-strokes, my weed eaters and everything over to the Motomilk. It's just, to me, it's impressive. It definitely seems like it really wakes the two-strokes up. The detergent factors seem to keep the screens and the meshes clean from what we've seen with the teardowns and the other exhausts on my 462, my 400, and my other saws. What are your thoughts?
So yeah, the Motomilk first premiered before we purchased the 261C. It was first premiered in his 462, and this was earlier winter. We started testing this oil out, and I'm like, whatever, like, well, you know, it's just another oil. So within, I'd say, just a minute or so of, we noticed, you know, kind of looking at each other, and we're like, the throttle response seemed a bit tighter. It's like, is that just a placebo effect? Like, we, you know, but no, that's not the case. And there's one other fella in the area that we reached out to, who is a timber faller, and we wanted him to give this stuff a trial run, at which he did. I said, give us your feedback. You know, obviously, you know, we're not responsible if, you know, this trashes your saw or anything like that. And but no, he was very willing, and so he took the oil. And I think it was within a couple weeks or something, he had got back to us, and he goes, man. I says, yeah? He says, the top ends of my saw, I have a little more top end in there. The torque is a little bit better. So I'm like, all right, well, that's 3 people now that are noticing that something is going on. So, came down to, we need a brand new saw. We need a clean slate for testing purposes. So we got the steel MS261C, and it has ran absolutely nothing but 90 ethanol-free gasoline
40 to 1
and 40 to 1 Motomilk. Now I will say here, and I don't want to jump around too much, but the 40 to 1 looks good. We did tear Jake's 462 down, which will be featured in another video, and I'll get to that in a minute. But at 32 to 1 is what he was running this past weekend, and it was even better yet. Either way, that will be in an upcoming video, whether it's us or Empire Workshop that drops that material. So another little tidbit of information: the last couple weekends here, we've been we met up with a fellow YouTuber, which I guess we're new to this, so we might sound a little silly. This camera stuff's really new to us, so you can make fun of us. I don't care.
But Bodie, that used to be the novice lumberjack, who's now Empire Workshop, he kind of got on board with us and started doing some testing. And I think he came into it with the same opinions that we have, and he'll give you his take on his channel after we get all the footage and everything done, you know, what his thoughts are on it. But as far as our thoughts are, there's something about it.
There's definitely something going on there. So, yeah, go check out Empire Workshop, like, share, and subscribe his content. If you guys are into chainsaws, I know this is the chainsaw community is a very small community, come to find out. So, but yeah, I guess we'll get into the teardown. And we didn't film Jake tearing every single piece down. So I know there's going to be, people here and there.
it was only filmed from the part of taking the jug and everything off. I don't think everyone cares how long it takes me to take the carburetor or the intakes off or anything like that. So the teardown's the meat and potatoes of it. It's going to be the removal of the jug and the appearance of the jug and the crank.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're very tired of hearing us ramble, so let's get to this.
Yes.
All right, folks, we're back. We promised you a 10th tank teardown on our Motomilk test saw, the 261C. Jake here has it all broke down. The bolts are out of the cylinder, so if you would, give her a pull. And we're looking for where? See if we can get that in the light, maybe a little bit. There we go. Well, what do you guys think? Give her a look there.
She looks pretty much the same she was before. Still has, the factory lines that it had. Other than that, it's still clean.
I'm highly impressed with
If you look
with the way that looks.
at the,
All right, let's move over to
if you look at the
piston
jug,
and the crank.
you can see the oil. You can still see the oil on the piston,
yeah.
on the
Oh, yeah.
finger. Everything's still wet in there.
Another view of this.
You can see the
The
concentration of the
glint.
residual still left.
Yeah. Well, I think we have a winner.
We do. That's with the Motomilk.
Yeah, that's
You can definitely see the sheen. She's still
very
clean.
nice residual.
And we look forward to the next level with this saw. Stay tuned. And it'll be a little bit, but when she comes back, she's gonna run a little hotter.
All right, guys, have a great day.